Pick your guy. Use that. All right, press start. There you go. If you're recording, just make sure people are in the frame. It can't just be the screen.
What is up, heroes? This is MidniteZer0, and you guys just saw me playing as Mega Man at the Best Buy demo of the new Smash Bros. Game. And here are my thoughts on the demo, like how it was run, and the game itself. So if you just want to see the gameplay, that's it for the gameplay. And if you want to hear what I have to say about it, feel free to stay tuned. So let's start off with the game itself. There are definitely some good things, definitely some bad things. The good things, the game looks amazing. The graphics are out of this world. Everything looks so dynamic, so alive. The screens, like the character select screen even looks amazing. Stage select. The stages themselves look amazing in person as well. So the game on a very visual level, like on a very simplistic level, just looks outstanding. And so it's great to look at. Not to mention there are plenty of new effects. Like every time you hit a person, they can based on how much knockback they have different little effects around them. I don't know how to describe it other than effects. But the game itself just looks amazing. It also sounds great. The music is amazing. And that's something that I've come to appreciate in games, is music. So I always pay attention to video game music when I play a new game. So those are a couple great things. What else? It's definitely faster than Brawl. Thank the Lord. Brawl is really slow, and this game has definitely picked up the pace. Although I couldn't really get that much of a feel for it, you can definitely see it. It's definitely a lot faster. Now, sadly, there are quite a few bad things to say. Actually, one more quick good thing. There aren't any clones thus far. Previously, we've had Captain Falcon and Ganondorf, or Young Link and Link, Pichu and Pikachu, Dr. Mario and Mario. Just characters that almost play the exact same. And it doesn't show that much creativity, doesn't give that much incentive to play very different characters. And so, at least in the demo, there weren't any characters that seemed too similar. Everyone played extremely uniquely, and that was pretty fun. Now, the bad things. First and foremost, this is just specifically about the demo, and it's part of the reason I played so horribly. And I had to use a Wii U Pro controller. I was expecting to have a GameCube controller, which I've literally only played Smash Bros. On the N64 controller and a GameCube controller. I played it on a Wiimote once, and I hated it, and I've never played on a Wiimote since. So going up there and being given a Wii U Pro controller, it absolutely sucked because all the buttons were in different locations, and I was so disoriented, so I had to think about where each button was before I hit it. So even though I knew what I wanted to do in my head, getting Mega Man to actually do that on screen was a whole new challenge. And so I don't feel like I actually got to test out much of what I wanted to. Let's see, what else? Oh, that's really it for the Best Buy demo. Like logistical things. Now we're gonna get into the actual game itself, or at least the demo version I played. First of all, aerials are super laggy. So in general, the game is slower than Melee, which is what I expected, to be honest. I was expecting a little bit faster, and I hope it's a little faster, but because it's still relatively slow. Another thing that sort of like compounds with this is that there's no way to like advanced technique like wave dash or L cancel. So to move around, you either have to dash in a direction or you have to roll, and that's generally slower. Not to mention, aerials have a ton of end lag time. So every time you do an aerial, if you land while you're doing that, you're going to be stuck in the cooldown for that attack for so long, and it's going to be vulnerable. Whereas previously you could L cancel, and that sped up the game so much, especially approaches. It takes a whole nother dimension out of approaching, and so I didn't really like that. Also, there's no dash dancing, so there isn't really as much of an ability to like psych out the opponent or change up your approach that much. So it's a much slower paced, a lot more about zoning, more defensive game overall. Let's see, anything else to add? Oh, you'll notice this. At one point in the game, I actually tried to edge hog someone. I grabbed the ledge as they're like falling right by it, and instead of them falling right by, they actually grabbed the ledge and knocked me off, which I do not like at all. Edge hogging is a huge part of Smash Bros, and to remove such a key gameplay element, I just can't agree with it, and I think it's a big mistake to do that. Not to mention, recoveries are great in this game. Fox can up B out of his side B, so he can do like the illusion attack and then do the Firefox move. So recoveries are super strong, so it makes it super easy for people to get back to the ledge, and then when they're at the ledge, you can't edge hog them. So overall, recovery is super improved, and it just extends each stock. Not to mention, the stages are huge. They look beautiful, but the blast zones are so far out, it takes forever to kill people. And, you know, I just want to be able to like take away stocks, and with no gimping, matches are going to take forever. So I didn't think that was good. One other thing is that knockback was very disproportionate. So when you like hit a person, they have a certain amount of hit stun and knockback. Knockback determines how far away they fly, and hit stun determines how like long they're useless or like in free fall or in the tumble animation. So like when you get hit by a move, there's a period of time where you can't like make any inputs. You can't jump, you can't do anything. That's hit stun. Now the hit stun is pretty like strong, but it varies significantly from move to move. But the knockback is just really high. So even though there might be a decent amount of hit stun, the knockback makes it so you can't really combo that well into other moves. Now I've seen some potential for like a little comboing, especially at low percents, but at higher percents, maybe like 60, 70 plus, you're really just trying to fish for kill moves. And when a game like breaks down to just looking for isolated hits, it becomes super campy, and that's just not a very fun game to play. At least if people are trying to win. So is like any competitive Smash game will eventually, well, boil down to what you saw in the grand finals of the Nintendo Invitational Tournament, where after a certain percent, they were just looking for kill moves because any small move couldn't really combo into a kill move. So they need to lower knockback on some moves and increase hit stun, but they're not too bad, not nearly as bad as Brawl. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. There are a lot of things they could change. They just basically need to make the game faster. Some way to reduce lag on aerials, because that really hurts how you can actually like approach people, and I don't really like that at all. Not to mention, it just slows down the game. I feel like it would make the game more enjoyable for casual players and competitive players to have a game that's a little bit more faster paced, a little bit more aggressive. And overall they've got some things to tweak, got some things to change. They've got 5 or 6 months to do so. So I think they'll make some changes, hopefully for the better. And overall, I'm still looking forward to this game. I haven't turned my back on it. I was a little disappointed by the demo, especially because I was only given 2 minutes in a time match and basically flailing around to try to figure out the controls, so I didn't even really feel like I got to play the game that well. It's more like saying you got to swim when you were just struggling to not drown in like a whirlpool. Might be a little exaggerated, but hey, it is what it is. And so, I've been rambling for a while. Those are my thoughts on the Smash demo. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Please let me know what you guys thought of the demo if you played it, or what you think about what I've been talking about. And I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, this has been MidniteZer0, and this mission is complete.